Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Flo, Studio Flo. Want to take you through a quick tutorial on putting together your Zhiyun Crane version 2 stabilizer. Check it out. Alright, so let's get started. So it comes with a few different things. You have your gimbal stabilizer, your motorized stabilizer. I think it's pretty nice that it came with a tripod. The fact is, the tripod allows it for a little bit easier assembly for when you're just kind of like wanting to use your hands a little bit more because this stuff gets a little bit bulky. The best way to assemble the tripod, I think, is just to have it sitting there on the table, and then you just start to screw it in. Once you have a good groove going, then you can just go ahead and send it up, twist it, and then it's right there, nice and connected to your tripod. So once you have that set in there, like I said, you can have hands free. Then I would say the best way is to go ahead and attach your DSLR right ahead to your gimbal. Now keep in mind this little sign here, this side up. Heed that because that is super important. That did mess us up because we weren't paying attention to that sign and we just could not figure out how to get the DSLR onto the actual camera, or excuse me, onto the gimbal. So just like we slid it off, it's just gonna slide right back on till it clicks. Once it clicks, you know it's gonna be locked in. So then you see how it's leaning forward? That's what you don't want, right? You don't want your gimbal leaning forward like that. You want it to be flush with the bottom level, have a nice center of gravity so that it's nice and balanced without having the batteries on. So the way to do that is you're going to slide your gimbal just a little bit, slide your gimbal just a little bit so that it lines up, so that it then balances itself. Once it is balanced, you're going to then just tighten the side adjustment so that then you can make sure that it's locked in place, right? So now that it's locked in place, I have a nice level center of gravity. I think I'm ready to turn this bad boy on. Hit your power button, make sure you have your batteries in it, of course. Once the power's on, boom, now my gimbal is straightened, right? With my point of focus. It's going to make sure to follow where I want it to see as I go around, right? So cool. Now, holding that there, it's a little bit heavy, right? Because we have the batteries in it. This metal whole thing is heavy. We have the DSLR on top, which has batteries in it as well. So all this gets a little bit bulky. This is why we opted to get the dual handlebar, right? The dual handlebar, so that we could disperse the weight when we're holding it. So assembling the dual handlebar should be pretty simple, should be pretty easy. We're just going to attach the two handles on the side. What you want to do is you want to make sure that the handle, it faces outwards and not inwards when you're attaching it. You want it to face outwards, right? So what you're going to do, slide it on there. You want to be cognizant of the top because that's where your gimbal is going to come out of. Once you have it in a good spot, go ahead and tighten it up. And then do the same with the other way, and again, handle out. You want to do it the same with the other way. Alright, and now I'm paying attention to where my top is because that's where my gimbal is going to be, and that's how I'm going to keep this thing pointing the direction that I want it to point. Once I have it lined up nice and evenly where I want it, boom, I can lock them both into place. Now that's there, it's stable. Now, of course, this is not going to fit in just like that, right? We have to do something. So what's really nice about the tripod is it collapses down and then allows for me to just slide in the gimbal right into it. I can then open up my tripod again to give myself a little bit easier workflow. Slide it up to the top. Now there is like a little red line where you can slide your dual handlebars to. That is a perfect point of reference for you to slide that up to know that it's in a good spot. Once you have it there, you tighten it up. Boom. Cool. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. I have my weight dispersed with my dual handlebar. I can get a little bit more versatility as I'm moving and working around with it and shooting my shots. So that's great. Now, what's really cool about the motorized gimbal is it does give you the ability to control the camera and to control your pitch and to control your pan. right? But how am I gonna do that with a dual handlebar and the controls are in the center? Well, that's where this bad boy comes in. That is gonna be the thumb control, the remote thumb controller. So this is great because this allows you to have it right here on your work, right here next to the handlebars, and allows you to control the pitch. So when it's your first time firing this up, you wanna hold down your mode button and then your power button. So you push down mode and then the power, it's gonna flash, and once it's a solid blue, that's how you're gonna know that it's paired to the closest stabilizer. So you can see I'm controlling it nice and easy. This is perfect, right? So now I just want to attach it to my handlebar. It comes with 2 more attachments, which is your rubber stopper and then your clamp. So your rubber stopper and your clamp. Go ahead and put those on. You can do it one at a time. You want to make sure that the clamp side faces you, so that way you can actually attach your remote to it, right? If it's facing the other way, it's not going to work. Your remote's going to be the other way, and you're just going to feel silly. So make sure that you get it the right way. Once you do have it the right way, it comes with one more attachment, a screw, a little kind of screwdriver thing. It allows you to go ahead and tighten it up in there and get it locked into place. So go ahead, tighten it. Oh, I didn't tighten it correctly. There we go. Tighten it. And then I can clamp it in there. Whew. And now my dual hand stabilizer is ready to rock and roll with my thumb controls. It's pretty awesome. Perfect. So there it is. All right, guys, I appreciate you checking it out. Thank you for watching. I'm Kurt Flo, Studio Flo. We appreciate you checking out the Zhiyun Crane version 2 tutorial. Check out the links in the bio. Pick up these items while they last, or just get more info on the studio. We appreciate you watching. Kurt Flo, Studio Flo. Make it happen.